ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। लाउडली हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। Hands down. श्री कार्तिक व्रत दामोदर मास under the guidance of Srila Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we are hearing Shri Bhajan Rahasya. नेहाभि कर्म नशो अस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमस्य धर्मस्य त्रयते महतो भयात्. We heard this glorious of the verse from Bhagavad Gita, which is giving us so much enthusiasm and inspiration with the promise of Krishna. No matter whatever happens, by following Bhagavad Dharma can protect us from great fear and danger. Even though mistakes made in the practices of meditation, yoga, and so forth may be insignificant. As a consequence of those mistakes, the desired result is unattainable. Actually, only Bhakti Yoga is completely Nirguna. Only Bhakti Yoga is Nirguna. Nirguna means beyond the modes of nature, unconditional. There is no condition and there is no other restlessness. Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakalai Ashant. Krishna Bhakt Nishkam Atev Shant. Those who are running after material enjoyments and liberation, they're always ashant, restless. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam. The devotees of Krishna is Nishkam, without any desire. Atev Shant. They are very peaceful and blissful because they are practicing Bhakti Yoga, which is completely Nirguna, free from the influence of material qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Bhakti is not mixed with three modes of nature. Shrimad Bhagavatam, third canto. Shri Kapil Bhagwan, while answering the question of uh, Mother Devhuti, Kapil Bhagwan told Bhakti can be performed in three modes of nature. Abhisandhaya yudamba masarjam hevava. When Bhakti is performed with a mood of enviousness, then it's a mode of uh, ignorance. Vishay abhisandhaya, when Bhakti is performed in the mode of attaining, desiring material gains, then Bhakti is in a mode of passion. Uh, to get liberation, Bhakti is performed in the mode of goodness. But we just heard Bhakti is Nirguna, beyond three modes of nature. How then Kapil Bhagwan can explain, can say, Bhakti is in the three modes of nature? Actually, Bhakti is not in three modes of nature. Bhakti Maharani facilitating those who are in three modes of nature. She comes from her level of Nirguna, beyond three modes of nature, she comes down and accept three modes of nature. Or I want to say, to help and facilitate those who are in these three modes of nature so that they can also perform bhakti and they can uplift from their respective modes to the higher modes of nature. This is the mercy, the compassion of bhakti. Uh, so Jiva Goswami Pad, in regard to this, he explains, just like one of the name of Vamana Bhagavan is Upendra. Upendra. What is meaning Upendra? We all know that we all know about Indra. Indra means king of demigods. When the word Upa is added with uh, Indra, that means inferior. So Upendra means the younger brother of Indra, the king of demigods. Vaman Bhagwan accepted this name, as Upendra, the younger brother of Indra, Upendra. So, isn't it strange? Vaman Bhagwan is Supreme Lord, incarnation of Bhagwan, and is beyond three modes of nature. He's in Nirguna state. Whereas Indra is in mode of goodness, he's a demigod. There is no equality, there is no comparison between them. Still, for some specific pastime, Vaman Bhagwan, he descend one step down, happily accepting himself as the younger brother of Indra, and accepted the name Upendra. So by addressing Vaman Bhagwan as Upendra, doesn't minimize his opulence or his quality. Okay, it's not minimizing. Whereas the compassionate qualities, the mercy quality of personality like Vaman Bhagwan manifest more when he descends one step down and accept himself to be known as the younger brother of Indra. Okay. Similarly, Bhakti Maharani, Bhakti Devi, she is beyond three modes of nature. But to help people In the three modes of nature, she comes down. So uh, there is no, say, her glories is not minimized here, whereas her glories is more, she get more glorified everywhere because of her compassion. Hmm. Yes. So even if a person begins to practice bhakti yoga, but for some reason his practice remains incomplete, there is no defect or fault in his endeavor. Even in incomplete state, there is no fault. But in other practices of yoga and all meditation, unless one comes to the high platform, uh, one is not considered to be uh, pure or perfect. Any mistake happen there in that state, one has to immediately comes down all the way and start from the beginning. Whereas bhakti is not like this. Bhakti yoga, even if a person begins to practice bhakti yoga, but for some reason his practice remains incomplete, there is no defect or failure. Neither destruction nor misfortune in this world or the next awaits a person who has fallen from the path of bhakti yoga. Oh, we heard this yesterday. Neither destruction nor misfortune in this world or the next life, because of in proximity with bhakti yoga. See, so much strong point here. Example is Bharat Maharaj, right? Kaunteya prati janihi name bhakt pranashyati. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said to Arjun, O son of Kunti, declare everywhere, my devotee never perish. Declare everywhere. Name bhakta pranashyati. His bhakti and the bhakta never perish. Wherever he stop his bhakti, he will begin the bhakti from that very same stage. That's the glories of performing bhakti yoga. Bharat Maharaj renounced everything. He was king of the whole planet Earth. Whole planet Earth. But he renounced his opulence. How? Malvat Uttam Shlok Lalasa. Malvat means just like passing stool. In other words, we want to express Shukdev Goswami saying, just like one pass stool and never turns to look at the stool. Similarly, he uh, renounced all opulence. Never he turned back to see those opulence. Imagine, king, the whole planet with so much opulence, gave up everything. Gave up everything and like a sadhu, the forest, meditating on the mantras. He achieved very high stage, the high stage of bhav, all the way to bhav, but got attracted to a deer, and day and night taking care of deer. But antakale jaimati sei gati. By constantly remembering the deer, he left his body and he became deer. Now in the next life, as deer, he still have remembrance of his previous life. So as deer, he's not like other deers jumping here and there or eating green grass. Anything. Not even staying with the other deer, but always moving around, residing near the sadhus. And whatever sadhus feeding to deer, he's eating that. And he used to, even in that deer, he has this consciousness, remembrance of his previous life. And he's lamenting. Bhagavatam said one verse, Aho kashtam brashtoham. Oh, how sad situation that I wasted my life. I became a deer. Even after such high stage of bhav. And in this way, that body of deer is prarabdha. And he has to follow that. But then he died. As deer, he left his body. And now he became Jad Bharat, pure devotee. Jad means, always, Jad means, the word Jad means matter. Or we can say he's just acting, he is fully conscious. He is very intelligent. But he's acting that is, he don't know anything. Yeah? Remember his previous lives. He remembered this. And therefore, he is not interested anymore in staying with his family, even though it's with his family, but not interacting. Not even saying, I want to eat this, I want to eat that. Because now he's very careful, very careful. He already know I did one mistake. And now I will not do this mistake again. He realized this. Because everything comes only by speaking. So I will stop speaking. Not even saying this food is delicious, this food is not delicious. No. Because now fear of attachment. I already had experience of attachment and I became deer. But now, so while staying at home, father, Brahmin, tried to teach him how to perform yajnas. That's the function of Brahmins, to go different houses doing yajna. But Jad Bharat is not interested to learning any yajnas. How to do achman. Father is teaching, put drops of water in your palm and sip and say Om Keshwaya Namaha. And Jad Bharat, intentionally, he's just taking this achman cup and he's drinking that water. Acting like he don't know anything. And he's like, he's mad. Acting like he's crazy. But actually, no, he's fully aware. And all Shastras, he knows. Because he's not interested in learning this, because father will then engage him. Okay, go in that house, do yajna and get money. Go in that house, do yajna and get donation. He don't want to waste his life now. His brothers used to give him prasad, which is, rotten, stale, but he's without any objection. Whatever he's getting, he's just thinking, oh, he's coming by the grace of Krishna, and he's eating that. Not speaking a single word, always quiet. Brothers shouting at him, he's hearing, politely he's hearing, but not speaking any word. He always thinking, if I speak something, then attachment comes. So he used to just lie down, sitting and meditating on. But he only opened the mouth. It's not that he didn't open the mouth. He opened the mouth when he found a proper recipient to open the mouth. And who was a proper recipient? A person who's inquisitive. That was King Rahugan, who was riding on a palanquin with his servants, whole uh, lifting on the palanquin and going to Shri Kapil Muni, the hermitage of Kapil Muni at Ganga Sagar. He was going there to inquiry about different questions related to spiritual matters. So Jad Bharat means the servant, we need 4 persons to hold the palanquin. One became sick, and King Rogan said, "What happened? Why not walking nicely?" Then they said, "Maharaj, what to do?" One servant who was holding palanquin on the shoulder, he became sick. So employ some other person. Find anyone in the street. And they saw Jad Bharat was sitting there. Servants called upon him, "Come, you have to serve the king." So whoever is saying to him whatever, he is following that without even raising any question or anything. So then he held it and moving, taking care of his steps so that ants should not die while he's walking. So he's jumping. And if the 4 person cannot walk with the same pace, anyone who's sitting in the palanquin will get hard time. So Jad Bharat pace is different. All other 3 were different. They were 3 together, but Jad Bharat, he was taking care of any jivas, any ants on the way should not die. Then King Rogan shouted, What's happening? What's happening? Why not moving properly?" They all became fearful. Say, "Maharaj, it's not us, it's just this new person." And Rogan taunting him. Because Jad Bharat was big, fat, tall. And King Rogan sarcastic on him, saying, "Oh, looks like you're very weak and thin. I think you don't have any strength. Move properly. Don't you know I'm the king? I'm King Rogan." Then Jad Bharat smiled. It's the first time he said something. He said, "King and subject." Oh. What's the word he said? I only see mud in the palanquin and the mud holding the palanquin. That's all. Who is king and who is subject? It's just mud. This body is just mud. Just soil. That's all. And Raugan didn't expect this answer. So he was amazed to hear this, because not an ordinary person can speak this. Someone who knows Atma Tattva, the Tattva of the soul, can speak this. And then Raugan looked to his palanquin and he saw the Brahmin thread. Oh, Raugan shaking. He stepped out from the palanquin and asked forgiveness. "Who are you? Who spoke these words? Who are you?" "I don't fear from." What is the words? Naam Shanke Suraj Vardiram, Natrikaste Shulam Nayamasya Danda. I'm not scared of Indra. It means the thunderbolt of Indra. I'm not scared of the trident of Shiva. I'm not scared about the chastisement of Yamaraj, the king of death. I'm only scared of the curse of a Brahmin. You are a Brahmin. And then the conversation, like question answer there. But after answering the question of King Rogan, then Jad Bharat said, did you ever heard the name Bharat Maharaj, the King Bharat? He said, yes, he was the king of the whole planet Earth. And Jad Bharat said, Ahami Purvo Bharat Naam Rajai. I was King Bharat. You saying you are a king of one small territory and you're so proud of being a king. I was king of the whole planet Earth. Jad Bharat. So this, I just spoke in short. Very interesting question answers of King Rogan and Jad Bharat. So much philosophical point are there. But the statement of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Kauntya pratijani name bhakta pranashati. O son of Kunti, declare everywhere my devotee never perish. So Bharat Maharaj is the ideal example of this. He gone through 3 lives, but he's lamenting that I wasted my life because of attachment to deer. And there are other like Gajendra, King Indra Maharaj, Naraji. These are some examples in Bhagavatam which nourish the point what Krishna said. So therefore, the main aim of Bhakti Yoga is Nam Kirtan, which is performed merely by vibrating the lips. The holy name is not of this material world. Golokero Premadhan Harinama Sankirtan, manifested from Golok Vrindavan. Nam Prabhu dances on the tongue of the sadhak and destroying his prarabdha karma and other impediments, bestows everything up to prema. It's so difficult to get rid of prarabdha. Previous life, prarabdha, so difficult. But the glories of Nam Prabhu is, which is so easy just by vibrating the lips. Means chanting holy name. One can prarabdha karma. Sanatan Goswami Pad. Sanatan Goswami Pad states that Kirtan is more powerful than Smaran. Can you all hear me? Yes, some disturbance? You hearing some noise? Yes or no? No? Okay. Well, there is one truck passing by. Sanatan Goswami Pad states that the Kirtan is more powerful than Smaran. By the process of Kirtan, both the mind and the tongue attain a special pleasure. Everything rely on Kirtan. Yesterday, somebody asked this question about Kirtan. What is superior, Smaran or Kirtan? I said Kirtan. Because Kirtane prabhave Smaran haibe tab hari naam nirjan sambhav. Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wrote one bhajan called Vaishnav Ke. Who is Vaishnav? Ah, this, he wrote this bhajan, and he gave so many instructions in that bhajan. So he's saying, Srila Prabhupada, according to him, anyone who thinks I can be isolated, just staying alone, and will chant Harinam, Prabhupada said no. If you're just alone chanting Harinam, you think you're serving Nam Prabhu? No. You're just developing your objects of sense gratification. Because what will come in your mind? You're not advanced, you have no maturity, and you think you're just chanting in a secluded place and get perfection. Prabhupada said it's not recommended for you. That's only for Mahabhagavas. Those who are expert in this practice of Nam Smaran, they can do this. So he gave this instruction, Kirtane Prabhave Smaran Haivi. Don't jump into Smaran, meditation. No, don't jump into that. Rather jump into the process of Kirtan. Kirtan Prabhavi, with the influence of, with the strength of Kirtan, Smaran, remembrance or meditation automatically manifests in the mind. Give more emphasis and give more importance to Kirtan. Don't jump on the level of Smaran. I would rather say, under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada, as he said, Shravan and Kirtan. Hearing and chanting. Both are important. Because we will not even develop taste if we are not here. Association is very important. What happened with Bharat Maharaj? He was in forest. He renounced his opulence, everything. In the stage of Bhav, imagine, we are not even crossed the stage of Hanart Nivritti. We are on a very low first, like baby step. First stage. Not even started, begun yet. Bharat Maharaj on the stage of Bhav, if it can happen to him. Imagine. He got attached to a deer. But why it is so? A person who renounced, Bharat Maharaj, pure devotee, he announced everything and then get attached to a deer. He was not attached to his opulence, he's not attached to his children, his wife, nothing. But then attachment to deer in the forest. Why? Because no association. There is no fault in Bharat Maharaj. He's just showing this as an example. What happens when there is no association? There was no one to correct him, to guide him. If there would have been anyone, immediately checked on Bharat Maharaj saying, what are you doing? Don't give so much attention, you'll get attached. But there was no one. So Srila Prabhupada said, Kirtane Prabhave Smaran Haivi. Don't try to perform secluded bhajan. Otherwise, you will just think of sense gratification. Perform kirtan. Give your energy. If you're running, there's a race. Okay. If you're running and you fall, what happened? Will you give up? No, I will not win now. Why not? You fall, get up. Run. Run. Yeah. Even if you're not able to get number one, at least you'll get number two or number three. Run as much as you can. No need to give up. Bhakti is not to give up. Bhakti is there to always Uttishta Jagrat Prapar Viran Nibodat. Uttishta. Get up. Run. So Kirtan Prabhave Smaran Haive. In that bhajan, so many instructions. So the focus we are focusing on this point that Kirtan is powerful or Smaran is powerful. Now there is difference of adhikar. This difference of adhikar. In this sadhaka stage, Kirtan is very important. In the Siddha stage, Kirtan is there, but Smaran is also there. And in this stage, what we Smaran, what we meditate on, there's nothing. What we meditate on, we have not seen anything. But in the perfect stage, our acharyas, Guru Vargas, they are meditating on the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Or we can say the pastimes of Radha Krishna manifesting in their mind. But they're still chanting. Sankhya Purvaka Nama Ganana Tabi Kala Vasani Prito Nidrahara Vihara Kali Vijato Chatyanta Dina Jayo. Goswami is there, Sankhya Purva Ganana. They're chanting. Kirtan is there. But meditation, Smaran becomes prominent. So, Adhikara Bheda, differentiation of qualification. This the difference of qualification. Everyone's akritis from different, many considerations are there, not only one consideration. So, the process of Kirtan, by the process of Kirtan, both the mind and the tongue attains a special pleasure. So more focus is given Kirtan. Hari Bhakti Vilas says, Yena Janma Shatahi Purvam Vasudeva Samarchitaha Tan Mukhe Hari Namani Sada Tishtani. O best of the dynasty of Bharat. The holy name of Shri Hari is eternally present only in the mouth of one who has perfectly worshipped Vasudeva for hundreds of births. Vasudeva means Krishna. Which Krishna? Yashodanandan Krishna or Devinandan Krishna? Vasudeva is another name of Krishna in Braj. Understand? When we say Devinandan Krishna, so it's easy to understand. Devki is from Mathura. But you see, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Ras Leela, what is that verse? Devki Nandana. Krishna, gopis are addressing Krishna as Devki Nandan. Krishna is Yashodanandan. When Krishna is in Vrindavan, he is Yashodanandan. He is not Devki Nandan. Then why in 10th canto, in Braj Leela, Krishna is addressed as Devki Nandan? Why? Dui namne Nanda Bhajya Devki Yashoda Chaha. Yes, Another name of Yashoda Maya is Devaki. Like we have two names. Yashoda Maya, her name is Yashoda. Yash Dadati iti Yashoda. But her another name is also Devaki. So many places in Bhagavatam you will find Krishna being addressed by the gopis, by Sakhas as Devaki Nandan. Don't get confused with this Devaki Nandan, thinking that this Devaki Nandan means Krishna from Devaki Maya and Vasudev Maharaj. No. Understand? And because, like, even in the devotees, like this, in the devotees, if two devotees have similar name, they get friends with each other, right? Suppose someone name is Chandrika. Now we have two Chandrikas. Suppose someone name is Taruni Gopi, and see maybe some Australia there is one Taruni Gopi. Now there is Chandrika from Holland, and there is Chandrika from Germany. Oh, your name is Chandrika? My name is also Chandrika. Then they become friends because our names are same, right? It happened? Yes. Similarly, Yashoda Maya name is also Devaki. And Devaki from Mathura. That's why very close friendship between Yashoda Maya and Devaki Maya. Very close. Because their names are similar. So Devaki Nandana. I'm forgetting that verse. Gopis are saying, addressing Krishna as Devaki Nandana. Anyway, tomorrow to think. Acha. And also Krishna is also known as Vasudev. Vasudev. But Vasudev means son of Vasudev Maharaj from Mathura. But no, Nand Maharaj is also known as Vasudev. Why? Vasu, Dron, Dhara, they were performing very severe austerities. For what reason? To get not only as their son, but also to have affectionate mood, to relish that affectionate mood towards Krishna. Affectionate mood with Supreme Lord. Therefore, this Vasu, Dron, Dhara, they enter into the body of Nand Maharaj and Yashoda Maya. Two of them. And there was other Vasu named Prishni Sutapa. What was their aim? To attain Supreme Lord as their son. That's all. You see, it matters a lot when we do bhajan, what we asking. I mean, what is the aim of our bhajan? We have to set up one target, and then we do bhajan. Kartik month is there. Everyone has taken some vow. It's very important to take a vow before the month starts. Not that, okay, I will see how much I can do. No, that's different. One vow, one promise. In this month, I will do this. Even though hard time, working, but still I will complete 100 rounds before I sleep. I will chant 100 rounds every day. this promise. So no matter what happens, a person is struggling. Hare Krishna, falling asleep. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Struggling for this. Struggling is liked by Krishna. And because to finish 100 rounds, someone is chanting Hare Ki, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Yes, if you go Vrindavan, you'll find many funny chantings. Hare Ki. Not even uttering Hare Krishna properly. And then Hare Cash, Cash, Hare. Also this should be properly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. You can chant fast also. Otherwise, how are you going to complete 64 rounds a day? If you just go slow, you do fast. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, but not Hare Hare Ki, Hare Ka, not like that. Proper. So Vasudeva Maharaj is Nanda Maharaj because this Vasu Krishni Sutapa, they desired their aim to have Supreme Lord as their son. That's all. And that's why Krishna appeared in Mathura to Devaki and Vasudeva, because these two Vasu, Krishna Sutapa, they entered in the body of Devaki and Vasudeva. And Devaki Vasudeva, what they only had Krishna as their son, that's all. But they didn't relish that Vasalya Bhav, the affectionate mood. But Nanda Maharaj Vasudeva, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya, they did. Because Dronadhara, these two Vasu, they enter in their body. Because they aim for having Vasalya, parental mood towards Supreme Lord. So the aim has to be set out. And that's the glory of our Srila Gurudev, who told us, set up your aim. Your aim is not to attain Vaikuntha. Your aim is not to attain Saket Dham, the abode of the Lord Ram. So this goal is set up. Now you practice to attain that goal. So, holy name of Shri Hari is eternally present only in the mouth of one who has perfectly worshipped Vasudeva for hundreds of births. Mahaprabhu said, Na dhanam bhakti rahetu ki toi. Na dhanam, na janam. I don't want this. No wealth, no followers. Oh. So are we following this? Mahaprabhu said, no dhanam, no wealth, na dhanam, na janam, no followers. Try to understand this. That's why I said maturity. When Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was chanting 100 billion holy names, that yajna of chanting Harinam, Mahaprabhu appeared with his associates. And Mahaprabhu told, I didn't send you for chanting. Oh, I send you to preach. But then what Srila Prabhupada said? How can I preach? For preaching we need Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. What he said? For preaching we need man and money. But Mahaprabhu is saying no wealth, no followers. Prabhupada said followers and wealth. Then Mahaprabhu said, I will send everything. We don't need wealth, we don't need followers. So a person who in an immature stage get confused to see, oh, he's running after getting followers, he's running after getting donations, he's not following Mahaprabhu. That's immaturity. And what is maturity says? Anything for the service of the mission or for the service of Mahaprabhu. I need wealth. For the service of Mahaprabhu, I need followers. I need helping hands. Otherwise, how is possible? How is possible? If you go Jagannath Puri Dham, try to understand this point. If you go Jagannath Puri Dham, you'll go to this place called Chatak Parvat. Oh, it's been so many years. All the devotees, we all went on this tour. Yeah, we all missing that tour. When COVID will over, we'll go again. Tour to India. Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan, Barsana, Nandgaon, Gokul, Raval, Tirkadam, Kamyavan, so many places. You have to get 2 or 3 weeks holidays, off from your work. And then Navdeep Dham, Parikrama, Braj Mandal Parikrama, Kshetra Mandal Parikrama. If you can come in Braj Mandal Parikrama, that's good. But I know in Europe and America, that's not holiday time when the Parikrama is there. So, okay, whenever it is possible. In Jagannath Puri Dham, those who went with me, they know this. We went to this place called Chatak Parvat, a hill of sand dunes. Mahaprabhu used to see this Chatak Parvat and say, oh, this is Giriraj Govardhan. Understand? But Giriraj Govardhan is in Braj Mandal. Jagannath Puri is like 2,000 kilometers away from Braj Mandal. The actual Govardhan is in Braj Mandal. But when Mahaprabhu see this the hill of sand, Mahaprabhu said, oh, this is Govardhan. So was that Govardhan? No, it's just a hill. And if we see that or anyone see that, they will see what? This is only one sand hill, that's all. But Mahaprabhu have eyes of Bhav Netra. Those eyes, Mahaprabhu seeing this sand, and where Srila Prabhupada performed his secluded bhajan. If we go that Chatak Parvat, we will see there's Gaudiya Mutt, Purushottam Mutt, which is on the top of that sand hill. And the kutir, bhajan kutir, means the room of Srila Prabhupada, just on the top of that sand hill. Prabhupada used to sit there, chant there. But Prabhupada is not supposed to step on Govardhan. Okay. Understand? You can't step. If you go Braj Mandal and see Govardhan with your eyes, you do parikrama, you do abhishek, offering, prayers, but you can't step on Govardhan. It's offensive. Govardhan is Krishna. You can't step on Krishna. So no devotees step on Govardhan. You understanding my point? But in Jagannath Puri, this sand hill, Mahaprabhu used to say this is Govardhan. And Srila Prabhupada have his room right on the top of that. And he's sitting there doing bhajan. And he established Gaudiya Math there. Prabhupada established this Gaudiya Math there. So then we can ask Prabhupada, why you stepped on Govardhan? Mahaprabhu said this is Govardhan. How will you reconcile? We need maturity here. We can say Prabhupada did offense because Mahaprabhu said this is Govardhan. And Prabhupada stepping on Govardhan, sitting on Govardhan, chanting there. What is the meaning? Here we need high association to reconcile this, to understand this properly. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada said, Mahaprabhu saw this the sand hill as Govardhan with his Bhav Netra, with the eyes of Bhav. It's not Govardhan, but Mahaprabhu is seeing this as Govardhan. But Srila Prabhupada said, I'm not Mahaprabhu. For me, this is not Govardhan. Mahaprabhu seeing this with the eyes of Bhav. Bhav Netra. Seeing any hill as Govardhan. He's seeing ocean as Jamuna. Ocean is not Jamuna. So, we can't imitate Mahaprabhu, saying that this is Govardhan. We can't imitate Mahaprabhu saying ocean as Jamuna. Mahaprabhu is saying with his vision of Bhav, special vision. Yeah. But Srila Prabhupada said, I'm not Mahaprabhu, I don't have that. For me, this is the bank of Govardhan. I'm in Govardhan, but I don't see this as Govardhan. Similarly, why raise this point? There are many details, more details in that. Everyone will get spinning, confused. Because unless when you see this, you will not understand this. You're only hearing. So when Mahaprabhu is saying, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavita va jagdishatami, I don't want wealth, I don't want followers. But we see Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta said, Mahaprabhu, I need man and money to preach. How the centers will be established without wealth? The money falls from sky? Yes? Yes, on Diwali. 14th November, Diwali day. Oh, in the night, 11 to 12 o'clock, there's going to be rain, euros, dollar, rain of cash. It's easy to construct a temple. Money will not fall from sky. One has to endeavor to collect money for what? Serving Krishna, serving the mission. Understand? Mahaprabhu mood, understanding Mahaprabhu's mood and his mood and his version to be understood by from the vision of Gurudev and Acharyas. And it's true, we don't need wealth. But yes, we need wealth. For what? For the service of Mahaprabhu. I have nothing to do with any followers. But I need followers. Why? For the service of Mahaprabhu. When the really intention, the bona fide intention is there, as a service mood, everything is correct and bona fide. When the intention is not correct, then nothing is correct. When intention is not correct, nothing is correct. Understand? Our intent should be bona fide. Yes, I need wealth. Why? Service. I need mobile. I need a good laptop. I need all facilities. Oh, Maharaj, what do you have to do with all these things? This is all Maya. Oh, we don't need this. Throw this. Just chant. Oh, just chant. Where? Just in a secluded place. Forget about all this. Oh, really? Then how about the instruction of Srila Prabhupada saying, don't do Nirjan Bhajan, don't chant in a secluded place. It's not you're qualified, you're not adhikar for that. Why you need drone? Why you need laptop? Why you need mobile? Why you need that? If the intention is there to service, everything is required. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada said, all these airplanes are meant for devotees to travel, not for these cheaters who are using this facility to cheat others. The cheaters. This is meant for teachers, not for cheaters. Okay. Everything is there, justified. When it is there with a really bona fide mood of service, then na dhanam na janam nahi. I need wealth, I need follower, I need everything. Why? I want to serve you. But an ordinary person will get confused. Mahaprabhu is saying no wealth, no follower, and he is running after wealth, asking people, please, can you help me? I want to buy this. Can you help me? Can you give me some donations? You all earning so much. Whatever, just give 5% of your earning. I want to use. I have a project. Can you give me? Just 5% of your earning, can you give me? Oh, 50% people get confused. Oh, running after money? Oh, and if you know how to operate computer, you know how to make videos? Yeah, please follow me. Oh, Maharaj need followers? He need fans? Confusion. Totally fusion when there is confusion. Why? Immature. Maturity comes understanding the philosophy, the shastras, no confusion. I saw Srila Gurudev, I heard Srila Prabhupada asking devotees, I'm going to start this project, everyone should help. Openly telling, oh, Srila Gurudev, Mahabhagavat asking money? What? He is not following Mahaprabhu. Confusion. But those who associate Gurudev, they know why he is asking money for. Why is asking the support? He don't have to go out to work and earn money and construct a temple. And Gurudev said, I'm building this temple not for me to stay. I'm constructing for you all to come and stay and can cultivate your Krishna consciousness. They are not attached to centers. They are making for us. They are not attached. Okay, Gurudev, why are you traveling here and there? Why need followers? If Gurudev say, okay, I don't need followers, then none of us can become devotees. If we give up this desire of making followers, where do we stand? Can we become devotees? It was the desire of Gurudev to make followers, we became devotees. Now you understand the point why he need followers. So therefore, the words, the statements of Shastras have many visions to see this. Everyone perceive according to their qualification. There's a practical application of understanding. Gaurupima Anande, हरि हरि बोल। सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय।